Welcome back to some Arcane Rush stuff, and this time we're going to try the Gnomes. They were proficient in the last season, and they've came back as the last race that you unlock in Mortimer if you get them leveled up enough. But let's look at some key cards that you need to get in your builds to ensure that you get victories all around the board and get high stats. So the key thing to know about Gnomes is they're all about augmenting and link abilities and using spawning, and they're actually a lot of stuff. There's so much that goes on that you could literally get overrun with information and things that you need to look out for. But some key points early game, you're looking for kind of the Autobot. You play, you get an augment, which you give him stats, give him abilities to keep going into later games. You want the Scrap-Heap Scuttler linked with the Autobot, so the Autobot doesn't take damage, but when the Scrap-Heap Scuttler dies, he's kind of like a support unit. He then does his damage, half his damage, to the enemy team as well. So you're getting 2 hits if he's dying straight away. So all of a sudden your 1-3 turns into a 2-3, and then also if he manages to get an attack in there before he dies, he can get higher and higher and higher. So it's good to have him on the board early game, and then once he dies, he then deals his damage. It's great that way around. But later in the game, you're looking at tier 3 kind of stuff. You want a link, Death, give your Gnomes 4+4 permanently. It's great, he's linked to your units. You got Autobot, he's linked to that. He dies, Autobot gets 4+4 permanently. But the key thing you really want in this is actually augments. So you're kind of looking at the Mr. Outmaneuverer. When you give a module to a Gnome, give Gnomes 4+2 permanently. So he's a tier 4. You want him in your build. You want to be getting augments. How do you get augments? Well, Death. Get an augment spell. That's how you get one. Then you're looking at Lightning Thrower Attack. Give a random module plus 6 damage to this guy. And then you want to link it up with these tier 5s. When a different Gnome in my row gains a module, they also get it. Then you're looking at Start Turn. Give each Gnome ally 10+10 for each module it received last turn. So this happens when you get back into the recruitment zone. From all the stats they gained in combat mode, it gets ridiculous. Then you've also got this tier 2, Commissioner Engineer, link, Death, give a random tier 1 or 2 module to a Gnome ally. Honestly, there is so much that happens. It involves dying, it involves starts of turns, it involves gaining stats, links, and honestly, there's so much explaining we could actually do about it, but the best way to explain it is just to actually show it. Let's jump into this. So we've skipped over choosing the hero, but I will explain that. By the races we have are Pirate, Gnome, and Elf. And the key one we want is Gnome, correct. We could use some Elf's abilities, kind of get some stats in there, but really we're going to focus on Gnomes. And our ability for our hero actually would be better suited to Elves, but it's Restart, Start Turn, return a random unit to your hand, which is great for the play abilities because we're going to take Tink, get a 1-2 ability, and then we're going to play that Tink, get that little bot there. I realized it's best to put him first, even though he has Link. His ability is Death, give your units 1 damage, so we're getting his 1 damage, then we'll get the 3 damage from Tink. Anyway, let's jump into it. We get Tink back into our hands after this. They've got the neutral dogs, would have been so much better, but that's how it worked out. So kind of weak at the minute. We're fairly just unlocked in the Gnomes, but it doesn't matter because you're going to watch how good they get from just unlocking them. Looking at the board, we could refresh. We did get another Tink, that was my plan. So then we play Tink, we then get another what's called Buddy Bot to then play in the field. So we have 3 units at the field right now. And we're going to upgrade the shop at the stern. At the start of your turn, give your units in the shop. Well, we're not really looking at pirates. So, right, we'll go with that one. Kind of weak shop relics at the minute, analysing what's going on. But we should do enough. Take the barrier off. Then that dies. And our Tink's still alive because we had more numbers of units on the board, which is great for Gnomes in the early game. So we're kind of looking for the Autobot. Really wanted that earlier, but we got the Scrap-Heap Scuttler, which is good. We also got Tink put back to your hands once again, so we're going to get a golden unit of these dogs, which is fantastic. Give your units 2+ damage once they die. Also, we will get tier 3 because we upgraded the shop, and we have the link, Death, give your Gnomes permanently 4+4. Flying off the rails right now. Scrap-Heap Skull there. Probably won't buy that one just yet, so I probably should have rotate the shop, but if you get that golden, it's actually fantastic. So there's a link ability. They all gain stats. They survive because our 1 original Link one that we wanted to die, if that makes sense, did die in that sense. And I believe it did say permanently, so their stats are there, which is great. So yeah, permanently Omega Watts is fantastic. We'll take another Scrap Heap Scuttle. We have Tink back to our hand again, which is just ridiculous now. I want to sell, rotate the shop. When I gain a module, gain 4 permanently. Sure, we have no abilities to give augments or modules at the minute, which is slightly concerning, but we're still in a good position because our little guy is going to die at the back. Omega Watts, Scrap Heap Scuttles, both of them are scaling up, so if we get them golden, it's going to be fantastic because their damage they will do will be crazy as a support unit there. And we're probably going to move them into the forefront. We have another Tink there. Who's gone back? Right, Scrap Heap Scuttles, good. We can then upgrade the shop. Let's do that. See who we get here. We got the Link ability unit, Botsmith. Doesn't really matter too much to us. Take that. Who will I give Link to? I don't really care too much. I'll go to you because I'm probably going to sell Tink. Sell the Botsmith. Do I buy a Tink just in case? No, I don't need a Tink, so let's rotate, see if we can get actually anything useful from the shop. Another Tink, another Omega Watts. Fantastic. Drop Scrap Heap Scuttle in there. With this return to hand ability, we kind of frees up a lot of space. That's great, that's fantastic. We're breezing through this. We lost the first one right against the dogs. That's us onto the hearts, but since then we went on a 4-in-1 run. But I don't feel like we're high enough yet. I mean, we're on a good tier level, our stats are semi-decent, but as we've seen, that other one there was pretty solid, the Yeti Munchkin that team had. God, another Tink is absolutely crazy. Buy Omega Watts there. And I think we then go on to rotate the shop. Didn't really get anything. We could rotate once more, see if we get anything. Again, nothing really worthwhile there. What do you do? Start turn, augment the gnome in front of me. Fantastic. Here we go, here we go. We're cooking with the augments now. Gonna play Omega Watts instead. Both of them are gonna die. Scrap Heap Scuttle there, and then we're gonna buy this guy, Jetpack Rider, to then augment or module this guy. Augmented module's really weird because they are the same thing realistically, but also they're not. This is Yeti Munchkin I was talking about. They obviously did not scale from this part on, but we are looking good at this point. Our little buddy bot's actually looking pretty solid there, being golden at the front of our attack. Spearheading us forward, really. But we did not get what we wanted. I did not save the shop. I did not save the shop. That's ridiculous. That's annoyed me. Mistakes are made, but it's fine. We're going to give barrier just to make sure we get through here a bit. We didn't see anything. We're looking for the top gnomes, realistically. This is kind of a bad showing, realistically, but we're still getting through there. What's the table looking like? Not really much lives left. Lost. They only really have a good solid Sinbad. We are kind of solid across the board, which is going to be beneficial for us in the long run. Like I said, Scrap Heap Scuttler, fantastic. It does half its damage when it's not golden, and when it's golden it does its full damage. So we're just cruising along here, not even really tickling the avenue of adventure that we can go to. I'll rotate once. Oh, Omega Watts. Fantastic.
Hey, tried our
we'll
cocktail?
potentially sell
They're
Omega
to
Watts, but let's
die
drop him in
for.
at the minute. He's good. What we need. Discover a unit. Here we go. When a different gnome in my row gains a module, that's what we're looking for. But now we need to find something that gives modules. Here we go. Okay, so sell Tink. We can sell Tink. We then can sell the bodied bot. And then which one do we play? We want him in the mix. Let's rotate. 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 I know what we're looking for. Kickstart, give one of my modules to gnome allies in my row. You'd be kind of good later on, but let's do this. We'll keep a megawatts in there at the minute just to see where we stand. I think we're actually potentially going to lose this one. Just from what I'm thinking here, we're very strong at the front. They have the wolf, but their survivability is kind of crazy. We did not kill the wolf. We needed to kill it there. Another barrier, but none of our units have died. Their survive's kind of gone crazy. There, everyone just died out of nowhere. And again, everyone just died out of nowhere. All of a sudden, the board just evaporated. And somehow we got through unscathed. But the barriers did help us out there a lot. I ain't gonna lie, like that wasn't a weirdly spoken thing. That was... Alright, just upgrade the shop, I don't even care. 6 attacks makes a unit golden. I'm happy with that. We're not getting modules, so... Well, you are getting a module, actually. You didn't keep it, though, did you? No. So we need to find something that's giving modules out here. I'm kind of just showcasing the link ability here, not so much the modules. This isn't too much of a threat for us. The board is still pretty full and tasty, which is my main issue here. Because I'm just kind of showcasing Bodybot, Scrap Heap, Scotland, the link. Genuinely, they're just taking all the damage split across them, which is fantastic for me, but it's not where I really want to be.
Now that's a
in
show.
The mix. Do I take this tier 2? I'm going to take this tier 2. We're getting... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Attack, give a module, and that. So it's time to take the hit here. We are going to buy this. I think, well, stats pretty good. I want Scrap Heap Scuttle in there, so we're going to play this one because this gives an augment spell, which we can then sell him. We can see what the whoa, wait a minute, right, I want to augment a gnome. So do I sell the Link and Death one now? I think so. Even though I did just buy him to get him golden, I'm gonna sell him. Rotate. Kickstart. Is it time to sell Omega Watts? Now this is where the difficult part is, because I need to work out where I'm gonna be. I don't have barrier to save me, but is Omega Watts going to be worth it? Realistically, probably yes, but then if I can give this a module, then he gives it to the allies in the row, and then they also get it, and then he gets 4+4, so... And then he gets some... yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying words, but... I'm saying things, so let's go for that.
A fine card.
There's Autobot, needed you right at the start, so which one do I want to give? Realistically, I want to give this guy at the end here. Death 2+2, sorry, 2 permanently, or barrier. We're going to go with barrier. My understanding is this one on the right hand side also gets barrier. That's great. You only have one module, which will give it to the middle one, which is also kind of fantastic there near the end. Scrap Heap Scuttler should realistically go golden after this turn because of our relic. Yep. I thought I just removed the barrier, so that attack. Scrap Heap's good. We're not killing that wolf. That wolf's far too strong at the minute. We could kill it, but not now. We're not going to kill that for now. Yo, by the way. Like I said, we're not going to kill the wolf, but we took that guy's board down a lot more than I was expecting. So honestly, fine with that. Right, we actually could take this play unit here. Because Scrap Heap Scuttlers coming back. Oh wait, who got me golden? You got made golden. You don't even do anything from golden. When a different gnome, you also get it. And when a different gnome gains a module, he also gets it. That was pointless. I've also realised I had the wrong relic. I was thinking about Scrap Heap Scuttler, but anyway, it is what it is. It's completely fine. Let's refresh. Dum. No, this would have been good, but not at the minute. Oh yeah, of course you don't get the damage. Kind of looking for a golden Scrap Heap Scuttler. This is more a showcase of the Link, and I will definitely come back to this, because are we going to win? Like, I don't know, realistically, if we are. I need to move them all around, actually. I need to move the back row units to the front. Well, do I, though? What is going on here? We just went comfortably, not losing a single life, to now being absolutely obliterated. Because that's what I'm saying, I didn't scale enough. I'm aware of my mistakes. It was just kind of luck of the draw, realistically. A lot of summoning modules being given here. We've got a redemption. We have one life. It's never over till that life is over. But unless something scales us up crazily, if we... Oh no, I was hoping that the other person left in didn't go out. It is just us remaining. It's been far too long actually getting augments. Your death, start turn, augment the gnome in front of me. Would have been fantastic all later on, but it's kind of irrelevant now. And I'm not really going to play any of these unless I have to drop that one. Let's take them just in case. I might get a golden... I did not get a golden Scuttler. You're already golden, so it doesn't matter. You're irrelevant. It is looking bleak here, folks. Let's switch things up around. Let's go this way and jetpack start, augment the gnome in front of me. You're just a good stat body. You're also just a good stat body. So you give around the module and 7 damage to yourself. So then you could also get this module because you're in the same... You removed row. I'm with you now. What he did differently there. From being golden, it doesn't need to be in a specific role. It just has to be a gnome. They receive that module. So I could do this. He's already got barrier. Should get that. Well, he should have got that last turn then. Why did I not notice that? I honestly don't think we get through because this has got the giant wolf and more stuff. Yeah, Geddon's got shield. Yeah, it's looking bleak here. What did you get? A start turn ability? Really? What was the start turn ability? Just start turn. Fantastic. Okay, shields are broken. Scuttlers have diminished. Go on, give me something good. What is that? Kickstart? That's not good. I need a barrier. Well, our augments didn't go to plan, but the link ability was pretty sick. And honestly, I'm quite happy with a third place. We came third place with dwarfs when we did that. And look where we are now. Dwarfs are absolutely fantastic. I'll show you that in one next. But that's kind of been a little bit gnomes. Let me explore that more and I'll be back with a banger of a video after this one. Let me know what techniques you've been using with gnomes so maybe I can get better as well. But for now, I'll see you guys on the battlefield.